Alison Brie's got resting, sympathetic face. You look at her and you're like, yeah, she looks like a nice, wholesome girl, right? And if they did make her evil, she'd probably look like she'd probably be a crazy person, right?
I am Zoya, the Destroyer.
Oh God, I made eye contact.
You are weak, capitalist dog.
Are you mental?
Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Genealogy. Hello there, my YouTube minions. It is I, your unfriendly neighborhood Skeletor. Now, there are a bunch of you out there who have been asking me, Skeletor, in the comment section, Skeletor, what do you think about the casting of the latest Masters of the Universe film? As there have been a bunch of names that have dropped. You know, we've got the Teela, Evil-Lyn, and He-Man. You know, some people are asking me, Skeletor, to weigh in on this. What do I think of the casting of this newest Masters of the Universe live-action film? Well, first off, I'd just like to say that I, Skeletor, could care less. I know, that's not what you wanted to hear, like, but Skeletor! You're Skeletor, how can you not care? Well, let me first say, yes, of course I want to see a Masters of the Universe film. And yes, I care whether a film is made or not. But the point is that the state with which Hollywood is in right now, I really don't care. I don't want them to make one. Not now. Maybe in 10 years. You know, after Hollywood has straightened themselves out a little. You know what I mean?
You stink.
So let's be honest. Do you out there actually trust any movie studio to do He-Man and the Masters of the Universe correctly? Because I don't.
They betrayed me, they didn't keep their promise, they tricked me, and I don't care anymore.
I mean, is it possible they could do it well? I mean, sure, if Netflix could make a decent One Piece, then it's possible that they could make a good He-Man film. But if I was to put money on it, you know, be honest with yourselves. Name a studio out there you trust implicitly with the Masters of the Universe property.
You serious?
Because I don't. Now, that being said, we do have a Masters of the Universe film supposed to come out in 2026, I believe, if the world's still around. That is.
Quiet, you drunk.
Hell, I don't even know if movies will exist by then, the way things are going, but that's when it's supposed to come out. Now, as far as the casting, well, I think the first person they casted was He-Man himself.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I mean, he's most likely going to play Adam. Whether or not he's He-Man, I don't know. He-Man is essentially Adam roided up by the power sword, right? So the actor they chose to play Adam, a.k.a. He-Man, is an actor called Nicholas Galitzine, or Galitzine. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Whatever.
Can anybody find me somebody to
Get off my dad!
I don't like the looks of this.
Now, the actor himself, I don't know much about. At first glance, I'd say not a bad choice to play Adam. He actually kind of, looks a bit like Adam. He's a good-looking guy. I kind of like his jawline. He's got a nice, strong jaw. Looks like he could take a punch from Skeletor.
Well, thanks.
He can take a wallop from Fisto and keep going,
I'll give them a sticky welcome.
The first thing I look at when I see hero, strong jaw. If you got a wimpy jaw as a hero, forget it. So, right off the bat, nice strong jaw. As far as his acting chops, I don't know.
It's my life.
I've never watched anything he was in, so I can't judge that.
Each morning I get up, I die a little.
Fortunately, we have an actor with us.
So, I guess it remains to be seen on that end.
There's one way we can find out.
But as far as his look is concerned, not too bad. Well, at least for Adam. Because, looks a bit scrawny for He-Man, and I doubt he'll be able to bulk up enough to play He-Man.
As long as you feel the same way.
No, you can't.
So my guess is that if he's playing Adam, they'll probably have to CGI a roided-up body for him, a.k.a. Incredible Hulk. Or then maybe they'll put a muscle suit on him, I don't know.
Oh, no, you won't.
My guess is they're gonna go CGI as his He-Man form. Makes the most sense to me. And, people will be like, but his hair is not the right color, whatever. A little hair dye will fix that. Yes, Skeletor, but how will he look in a loincloth? That's the most important part.
Actually, I have several.
Well, if he's only playing Adam, it won't matter, right? Because Adam wears pink tights. So the question you need to ask is, how will he look in pink tights?
I have several.
Because they're most likely going to CGI his body. So as far as his look is concerned, not horrible. I have no idea whether he can play He-Man if he's a good actor. And it all comes down to whether or not he can act, I guess.
Well, not really.
Well, and also the writing, right? Bad writers can make good actors look bad. So that's He-Man.
Enough about me.
Now let's go on to Teela.
What are you up to?
This is where, for me, Skeletor, I'm not all that thrilled. So, Teela is being played by an actress by the name of Camila Mendes. Now, Camila Mendes is popular for her role as Veronica in the Riverdale series.
Can't we, in this post-James Franco world, be all things?
Now, I personally don't watch Riverdale. I know of Riverdale, and I've seen parts of it. I think I actually watched the first episode, but that's about it. Didn't really interest me.
Stay out of Riverdale.
Now, her acting, whatever. I think she's fine. She's okay. As an actress, I think she can play Teela just fine. But for me, I'm more concerned with her look. When I first look at her face, the first thing I notice is she's got those sharp eyebrows,
Wait, what?
And for me, when I see those type of eyebrows, right away I think evil, right?
Right.
She's got resting evil face.
You're no longer welcome here.
I mean, she may be a sweet person in real life. I don't know.
Shut the hell up or you'll find out.
But her face would suggest evil. And so, when I look at her, I don't really see Teela.
Coming from you, I'll take that as a compliment.
To be honest, what I do see is Evil-Lyn.
I just hate when people disrespect my cinematic experience.
Now, if they casted her as Evil-Lyn, I'd be like, pretty good. I like it. Probably too pretty to be Evil-Lyn.
You'll pay for that!
Hopefully she didn't hear that, but whatever. She's not here. Who cares? But, when I first saw her, that was what I instantly thought. Evil-Lyn.
Why, thank you.
Now I know Camilla will probably be like, Skeletor, how dare you typecast me as an evil villain? Because her role in Riverdale as Veronica is kind of nasty, right?
My specialty's ice.
So, she's probably like, I don't want to be typecasted as evil, but unfortunately you've got resting evil face. What do you want from us?
It's adorable when you underestimate me.
If you don't want to be typecasted that way, well, shave your eyebrows and paint on different looking eyebrows, I guess.
Oh my god. Eventually there will be a reckoning.
Because she's got more of that evil eyebrows that Evil-Lyn has. And she also doesn't have a big enough forehead to be Teela. Teela has to have that 5 head.
How can he be so cruel?
I mean, she may prove me wrong. Maybe her acting as Teela will be so astounding that it'll overshadow her resting evil face. But all I can judge for right now is what I can see. And that's for me a miss.
We just have to accept whatever you say as gospel truth.
And not to say she shouldn't be in it. I actually think she should be Evil-Lyn. And that's because I've actually seen who they casted for Evil-Lyn, and I think that's even more now. As the actress they casted for Evil-Lyn is Alison Brie.
Oh?
For those of you who don't know Alison Brie played the main character from that Netflix female wrestling show, Glow. Remember that? That show was actually pretty good, and I actually thought she was really good in it.
Awesome!
She's a good actress. But see, she's got the opposite problem that Camilla has. Alison Brie's got resting, sympathetic face. You look at her and you're like, she looks like a nice, wholesome girl, right? And if they did make her evil, she'd probably look like she'd probably be a crazy person, right?
I am Zoya, the Destroyer.
Oh God, I made eye contact.
You are weak, capitalist dog.
Are you mental?
So if she was to play an evil villain, to me I would say it would come across as more of a lunatic in an asylum level of evil. An insane version of evil. Where the face doesn't match up with the actions,
Don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Because I'd find you.
Evil-Lyn's a calculated evil. She's not a lunatic in an asylum evil, you know?
That's what worries me.
That's just how I feel.
She's the best villain we have.
I think we can do better.
And actually, I don't think Alison Brie would make a good Teela as well. Mostly, I think she's a bit too old to play Teela. She's 41. Teela's, in her early 20s, perhaps. Maybe even too old to play Evil-Lyn. I would have Evil-Lyn in her late 20s, early 30s, something like that.
No!
To be honest, I actually see Alison Brie more as the sorceress than I do Evil-Lyn. Like I said, she's got that wholesome, sort of sympathetic, relatable face. The girl next door. Someone you can trust, not Evil-Lyn.
Wait!
A bit too old to play Teela, but probably perfect as the sorceress.
No.
Because I know they're going to go for an old bat as the sorceress, which I really don't want.
Perhaps not.
The sorceress has to be slightly youthful. Yes, I know she's an older lady, but the power makes her appear younger than she is. So I would have probably casted Alison Brie as the sorceress. That's just me. As for Teela, still up in the air.
Better luck next time.
Oh no!
Anyway, but that was my 2 cents on the casting so far for this film. Now, as for the director of this film, that to me is the most interesting part, as the director seems to be Travis Knight. Let me first say, awesome name, buddy. I really like your name. Travis Knight. That's a really cool name, I have to admit. Yes. Now, if you don't know Travis Knight, he was mostly known for stop animation, films like Coraline, Paranorman, Box Trolls, and Kubo and the Two Strings, those films. Now, when I first heard that, I thought, a stop animation He-Man film. I would be completely down with that, right? I don't have any faith at all in any studio making a live-action He-Man film in 2024, right now. However, a stop animation He-Man film might intrigue me. Because you can kind of take it seriously and not take it seriously at the same time. I've seen a lot of amateur stop-motion stuff out there that I thought was really, really good. Well, I've even thought about making my own stop animation comedy Masters of the Universe series, and one day I probably will.
What a story.
Not right now, I'm going to definitely need more help with that. But down the line for sure, that's what I would like to do.
But I will.
So when I heard Travis Knight was on the project, I thought, stop motion He-Man, that would be really fun. I would really be down for that. But alas, it is not. It is a live action film, and the last one that I remember him doing was Bumblebee from the Transformers, which, was an okay film. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it. It did give me, however, the best and most nostalgic action sequence of the entire film series. That beginning Cybertron scene, with Optimus Prime and Soundwave. I really love that. That made even me, Skeletor, giddy watching.
What the devil's wrong with him?
The rest of the film was okay, but that sequence, I was like, more of this, please.
Decepticons, attack!
So, to be honest, I really don't know what direction he's taking this in. If I was to guess, I'd say less like the style of Paranorman and more the style of Bumblebee.
Sizzling Cybertron.
My boron compressor!
But if you ask me, Skeletor, what I would do, and I've given this a lot of thought, and He-Man has a problem. It's a hard one to make live action, because it's kind of in an in-between state of hard to take too seriously, yet you need to take it seriously enough to buy into the premise, So I would say it needs to exist in a world that is completely fantastical, right? Would it work as a Lord of the Rings style? Yeah, maybe. But I would say probably it would be better in the style of, say, 300. That's where I think it's probably lies perfect.
That is the best idea I've heard all day.
That style. Now, I wouldn't let Zack Snyder anywhere near my film.
Why did you say that name?
I like my film to be like 2 hours or less. I'm not interested in sitting in a theater for 10 hours. And that's before the director's cut. But I like the style with which 300 was filmed. I mean, I could really picture He-Man in that sort of style, right?
How original.
I know it's like green screen, whatever, but it's a visual style that I would probably mimic if it was left up to me.
These Spartans are descended from Hercules himself.
But anyway, that's just what I think. Let me know, what style would you make He-Man in? And do you have faith that Hollywood could bring the Masters of the Universe to life in 2024?
Think you're going to go into the movie and recapture your childhood? You're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Or are you like me? Would you rather see a stop-motion studio do a stop-motion film, which to me I have more interest in, to be honest, at least until Hollywood rights the ship, if ever. Also, do you agree with my assessment of the actress who plays Evil-Lyn? And also, who would you like to see play Teela? Or the Sorceress, for that matter. And also, me, Skeletor.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
No, it can't be!
This is the worst day of my life!
I want to start a petition right now. Skeletor! Poor Skeletor. They'll probably CGI my character anyway. You know, who better than Skeletor to voice Skeletor?
Guess again, Skeletor.
Anyway, if you like this content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Shaneology. Until next time.